Good morning, LTSM community. Today is Wednesday, April 28th, 2021. It's 6:45 a.m., which means we are gathered here, as always, to practice our morning meditation. On this channel, we practice Vipassana meditation that is centered and focused in the breathing. On Monday, we had an in-depth discussion on breathing techniques, deep breathing techniques. Um, just as a reminder, deep breathing happens down here in the abdomen, in the stomach. So as we breathe in through our nose, as we inhale, we should feel the expansion of our stomach. And as we exhale, we should feel the contraction. And we should pay attention to the play, what I'm going to call play between the two, and the constant flux or movement between being full and being empty. Today we're going to focus a little bit on the mental aspects of meditation and what we should be doing with our mind as we are practicing meditation. Oftentimes, I think we have certain ideas um, from popular culture, from media that we have seen. I'm sure we have all seen the image of the guy meditating on the top of the mountain. I'm sure we've heard uh, the kind of popular idea that meditating is thinking about nothing. Um, and what's difficult about these ideas is that sometimes they can be unrealistic, and they can create unrealistic expectations. And so, if you've ever tried meditating and found that it was very difficult to think about nothing, then you may have been frustrated. You may have decided that maybe meditation isn't for you. Um, and I think that can lead a lot of people uh, to dislike meditation. But when we meditate and when we practice this Vipassana meditation, um, the goal is not necessarily to think about nothing or not have any thoughts. The goal is to cultivate and focus our thinking, and have some control over our thoughts. If you ever observe your thinking at different moments, be it in the meditation or in other moments during the day, then you may notice that sometimes your thinking seems to be independent of your will. It just happens, um, which is normal. But through the practice of meditation, we might be able to cultivate a little bit more control, or a little bit more discipline in the way that our thinking moves and acts. And so we do this through focusing on the breath. As we breathe in, we pay attention to the breath entering the body. And as we breathe out, we pay attention to the breath leaving the body. And then as we inhale again, we focus our attention on the breath entering the body again. And we continue to do this throughout the practice. Now, it may sound simple, but if you've ever tried it, of course, you know that it is not as simple as it sounds. It is normal and natural and probably very frequent that at some point you will start to become distracted, that you will start to think about other things, especially one of the things that always creeps into my mind are thoughts about the future or thoughts about the past, which take us away from the present moment. Um, Having these thoughts is normal. Again, it's natural. And probably everybody experiences them at some point during a practice of meditation. The goal is not to get angry with yourself um, or judge yourself and think that, oh, I'm bad at meditation because I'm thinking about things. The goal is to become aware of your thoughts, notice them, acknowledge them, be conscious of them, but don't judge them. Don't say that they're bad. Don't say that you are bad. Instead, we're going to remind ourselves very gently and very lovingly. Always be loving with yourself. Remind yourself to focus your attention on your breathing. Just say, I'm going back to the breathing now. I was in this thought about my homework that I have to do for later, but now I'm going to come back to my breath. And we're going to continue to do that throughout the course of the meditation. Even if we have to do it 20 times, that's still okay. The important thing is that we practice always coming back to the breathing. We bring ourselves back to this center, to this moment, to this here and now. Um, and tomorrow we'll talk a little bit about those ideas about being centered, about being here and now, about being in the present, and how those ideas relate to other ideas that we can find both in meditation and in our normal everyday lives. But for now, we should take advantage of the time. I think I've talked enough, and we should begin our meditation. So we're going to close our eyes. You can focus your vision, even though your eyes are closed, focus your vision on a point in the center of your forehead, your third eye, the eye of introspection, the eye that sees everything. We're going to make sure our body is in a comfortable, upright position, trying to keep a straight line with our spine, with our neck, and with our head. And we're going to begin breathing in through the nose, paying attention to the breath entering the body and expanding the stomach. And then exhale through the mouth, paying attention to the air leaving the body. In and out. In and out. In and out. And now you continue at your own speed. Thank you for being here this morning. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for more morning meditation.